I'm Jeanette Keynes from Jewelry Arts Inc. So now that I have my pitch all smashed up in the little bits, I'm gonna put it in the pitch bowl and we're gonna start getting ready to melt. Now, we discussed a few different methods of melting. You can put it in your oven at a relatively low temperature, like 250, or you can get a little hot plate and again, keep it on low heat and watch it. We have a big kiln here, so we were gonna like set ours on top, you know, and kind of get a little melting in that way. And we tried that, but guess what? Not hot enough. So Valerie is kindly gonna schlep those big heavy bowls and the pitch home, put it in her oven, get it melted, and then bring it back, and we'll do the last bits on the top together. Ta-da! 2 pitch bowls filled with delicious chunks of pitch. So here's our 2 pitch bowls. I've added a little bit of extra pitch right in the middle to get like a little hump for if we want to build things up. It worked pretty well, although we did get some pitch drooling down the sides. I took a chisel and chiseled it off. It could be that the temperature was a little too high, so maybe we should move it back down to 250 instead of 325. It also could just be that I put a little bit too much pitch in the bowl before it went in the oven, but it didn't burn or anything, so generally speaking, I would say a fairly successful activity. So now I'm just going to use the hot air gun and just melt that extra stuff right on top, and then pitch bowls are ready to use. So here's my final thoughts. These are our 2 pitch bowls, all completely finished, filled. We put a little poof on top. So a couple things to remember. The German red pitch, which is our favorite, has a little bit of a lower melting point. So make sure if you're going to do the beginning of this melting, like in your oven, you have your temperature low, like 250, maybe even 225, just to, you know, kind of see how it is. And make sure you put like foil down on the bottom, because if any of it kind of over the side, you don't want that, you know, burning and stinking up your oven. You can also use a hot plate, but again, just make sure you really keep an eye on it. And the final thing to remember is when you're doing the last little bit on top, use a hot air gun or maybe a blow dryer, because once this fills up, if you get this whole thing hot, you know, this extra is going to start to down the side, which you don't want. So it's normally like oven or hot plate to fill it, and then the last little poofiness on top I do with a hot air gun. So happy chasing and repousse. Delicious pitchy goodness, ready to use.